Hello everyone, and welcome to my first impressions and review of Thi4. Or Thi4f. Oh, lordy lord, is this bad. After so long in retirement, Garret is a little rusty. Okay, a lot rusty. Alright, I'm fairly certain he was in a coma for a while, and his brain was without oxygen for a long time. The stealth is okay, I guess. I can think of plenty of games that did it better. In fact, one comes to mind. A certain stealth game with mystical elements set in a vaguely Victorian setting, with a plot point involving a dead love interest and a mysterious disease. Yeah, that's right, this game is Dishonored done badly. While he was taking his test to regain his stealth hero license, it's obvious that Garret was peeking over Corvo's shoulder, right down to a vision mode that highlights all the collectibles nearby. All it needs is whale bones and you've got a carbon copy. Or so I'd say if that was where it ended. The levels are set up in ways that'd be awesome for vertical gameplay, jumping and leaping from rooftop to rooftop, escaping the authorities like a grimdark Victorian Mirror's Edge. The only problem is that Garret cannot jump unless the little gremlin in his head say it's okay. All the jumping is contextual, but unlike Call of Duty and its bullshit contextual jumps, the game doesn't tell you if a ledge is jumpable. I ran into so many moments where there was a ledge either above or below me that looked jumpable or climbable, only for Garret to rub his grimy little face on it for no reason, while the guards decided to put the obviously mentally damaged man out of his misery with their pointy sticks. You're trapped on the altitude you're at until you can find a rope, ladder, or grapple claw location. Things that are hard to remember when a guard is chasing you down. The free running in the game is completely subpar, and is done so much better by so many games before it. It's sluggish, restricted, and guess what? It's your only escape when the guards want you dead. Trying to find the one wall the devs appointed as an escape method is a massive pain in the ass. What makes it worse is that the tutorial lies to you. The tutorial features a straight-out, beautiful free-running stage, and I have to admit, it fooled me. The stealth tutorial is just as deceitful, as the limited AI is placed in ways that makes it seem like they're smarter than they actually are. I thought it was going to be this kick-ass stealth game where I could explore a world and empty it of its valuables. Where I got was a linear, half-hearted attempt at resurrecting an old property that falls flat on its ass trying to keep up with the games it inspired and was surpassed by. If you get caught, which will happen until you memorize all the contextual jump cues by the way, your only choice is to run or reload the save. The latter is a lot more expedient. I understand that Garret's not a fighter, but goddammit Square, you gave me a bow and an arrow. It shouldn't take 3 arrows to drop one single guard at close range. Of course, they could just make the excuse that all the guards are hopped up on little steampunk nanomachines, and it'd make just as much sense as the rest of it. Garret starts out stealing a necklace from a crazy bird lady's house, then tries to steal a stone from a baron, who's dressed like the techno-pope. Then Garret's knocked unconscious for a year, and wakes up to the entire world gone mental? And a strange disease that is probably maybe in no way related to the evil magical shit that knocked you out, but definitely is hanging around. And then you start seeing visions of the girl that died during the heist, and it doesn't even focus on that. After all this absolute mental bullshit happens, Garret's first instinct is, well, I'd better go back to my fence for a new job. I mean, I appreciate being loyal to your work and putting it prideful, but there's priorities, man. God damn, it's a lot silly. Before I knew it, I was stealing a book from an ancient library beneath a whorehouse protected by demons. And that is where I stopped playing. I can see where the story is going with this, and I don't want to be part of this ride. A ride that seems to be held together with duct tape. Associates of mine with the console version have complained about the frame rate issues, and I have to say the PC version isn't much better. My machine isn't top of the line, but it's played much better looking games at much higher settings than this. The game is just ugly compared to what modern technology is capable of. The cutscenes look nice, being pre-rendered and all, but that's Square's thing. That's like giving Bioware games points for story at this point. I don't care about any of the characters, and in truth, it's not their fault. It's the voice actings. Garret uses about 2 tones of voice throughout the entire game. Monotone and slightly worried. And one of the people sending you on missions like the said Horbrary from Hell is a rebel named Jacob. I haven't looked ahead, but I know that at some point he is going to dick me over in some way later on. He has that voice. You know the one, where the actor is being told he's the bad guy, but said bad guy's pretending to be good. So the actor tries to sound nicely evil. It's my biggest pet peeve in voice acting, and it really only works in games where it's being obvious is kind of the point. In the end, if you want a game that looks good and is about sneaking around people, drop $40 and buy Dishonored's Game of the Year edition. You want good free running? Wait until Mirror's Edge 2, or drop $20 for the original. Or even better yet, spend about 23 or so bucks and buy the 3 older Thief games that are on Steam right now. Give this one a miss if you haven't already, and personally, I wouldn't even steal it, not for all the gold pieces in the city. Welp, that's that. I'm Nozz, and that was my thoughts on Thi4f. Still not convinced? Why don't you join me in my Let's Play that's linked on your screen right now, and also provided many of the visuals for this video. If you'd like to see more gaming reviews and content, remember to like, comment, favorite, subscribe, and I will see you around.